Welcome back to Guna's tutorial. I am sharing my lecture for the audience. I register my sincere thanks to all my subscribers. Join us to the data analytics class.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to see about data analytics. We are going to start with some simple and basic idea about what is data analytics and what is big data, why data analytics is most important, what is data science, who is data scientist, role of data scientist, etc. So anyone can answer me. What is your idea about data science? Arul Anthony.
And data analytics, which means it's a large amount of data, and that we have to order the data and make conclusion of the information data from the data.
Before starting data analytics, we should know some basic idea about what is big data. Okay, so big data is most relevant to data analytics. So big data is the term that describes the large volume of data. Is it so? Anyone accept that if you are having a huge amount of data, that is called as big data? Is it true? Is that the large volume of data is called as big data?
Yes, ma'am.
What may be the size? Praveen, you can answer my question. What may be the large volume of data? Is there any maximum or minimum value of large volume of data?
1024 terabytes, ma'am.
Okay. If the data is in the size of 1024 terabytes, then that is called as big data, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any other answer? I have posted the question to Praveen. The size is having 1024 terabytes, then it is called as a big data. Do you agree or not?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, any kind of data or small or big, it's a big data.
Okay, is there any limitation? So this much of data will be considered as big data?
No, ma'am.
No. Yeah, that is the right answer. Okay. Yes. Yes, Praveen, correct. I have asked the definition mentioning that large volume of data, but there is no limitation in big data. Okay. So in that, I have also mentioned that structured and unstructured data. There are three different types of data. One is called as structured data, and another one is called as unstructured. In between, you will be having semi-structured data. Okay. I will give some example to make you understand about structured, unstructured, and semi-structured data. Structured data, I can give simple example. If the data is available in the form of SQL, let us consider the relational database model, SQL format. For example, if you are maintaining a student database, the student database will consist of the particulars about only students, the register number, the name of the student, and the academic activities like marks and their personal informations. Okay, so if the table is consisting of a particular data which consists of a structured manner, that is called as the structured data. Okay, so semi-structured data means it looks like a structured data, but the data will be maintained in the XML format. Okay, so that is called as the semi-structured data. Then what do you call this unstructured data? So unstructured data means let us consider a PDF or Word file. Okay, file, you will be having plenty of data. Okay, it may be relevant or may not be relevant. Or otherwise, if you are chatting with your friends through social media like WhatsApp or Facebook, okay, some other media, LinkedIn, okay, Twitter, you are posting some messages, you are interacting with your friends with some chatting. Okay, so in that chatting, you will not be restricted with the same type of data like text or audio or video, any type of things you will be chatting with your friends. Okay, so unstructured means the data which is not that is relevant, or which is not having the same type of data. Okay, so that type of data is called as the unstructured data. Okay, Naveen, Ananya, can you please answer my question? What do you mean by semi-structured data?
Semi-structured data is a XML file, ma'am.
Okay. The example for semi-structured is XML. So I have given two diagrams. Okay, one is about top big data applications. Okay, so in that I have mentioned that the data will be maintained in travel or education or telecom or e-commerce or media entertainment, retail shopping, finance, healthcare, etc. If you are consider only the travel part, we will be having huge amount of data. The data may be used for various purpose. Okay, so the car, where it travels and who is traveling in that car, is there any problem in the during that travel? Okay, so that things will be maintained in a database. Okay, so that type of data is called as the big data. Okay, like that you will be having many examples. Let us consider healthcare systems. For example, COVID-19. Okay, so COVID-19 period, you will be finding who are all affected by the coronavirus. Okay, so everything should be monitored. Best example is Arogya Setu we are maintaining. Okay, so we'll be feeding our data. Okay, personal data as well as whether we are having the temperature or not, we will be feeding. Okay, where we are, everything we will be feeding. So that data will help us how we can far away from the coronavirus. Okay, so like that you can maintaining the data. So many other examples also there. Finance, entertainment, e-commerce, etc. E-commerce is best example. Okay, during this lockdown period, most of the people are searching through online and they are buying goods from the online shopping. So that transaction, each and every transaction will be maintained in a database. So that database is called as the big data. So these are all some of the examples of big data. And another one is already I told you about big data. Okay, and why this data analytics? That is the next topic. So big data analytics is often complex process. As I told earlier, if you are chatting through social media like WhatsApp or Facebook or tweet, okay, so we are having so huge amount of data. The data may be a complex one. As I told earlier, the data may be the text format or audio format or image format. Different types of data will be there. It is very tough to analyze the data, and the complex processing will be happen to analyze the data. Let us consider an example. Suppose if you want to find out how many people are affected by the corona, you are posting some data. Okay, so the data will be take it as an account and they are doing some analysis part. Okay, how many of you mentioning that whether the coronavirus exist? Okay, that may be the doubt. Some of the people are saying that it is nothing, that virus won't do anything, it just come and go. So like that, so many arguments are going on in and around about this that virus. Okay, coronavirus. So we have to find what all the discussions are happening in and around us. Okay, so we have to search in the social media, or even you can chat with your friends. Okay, or you can send some responses through Google Forms or some other format. You can collect the information. Okay, so that data will be used for some analysis. So that is called as the data analytics. Having the data, that data can be used for analysis. Okay, so what type of analysis you can do it? So any type of analysis you can do it. For example, which area is affected more? Coronavirus is affected by more. Recently, Chennai is the most dangerous place. There the pandemic situation happens. Okay, like that you can do some analysis. Which age group? Earlier it was told by the government that the aged people are affected by the virus, but nowadays can be affect anyone. So that type of analytics you can do it. Okay, so that is the why data analytics is there. Google is doing this data analytics in a huge manner. So big data and data analytics is everywhere, not only in big things. Okay, it can be done by anyone, and everywhere data analytics is there. Okay, and next comes the what is data science? Data science is a blend of various tools, algorithms, and machine learning principles with the goal to discover hidden patterns from the raw data. After doing some analysis, you have to give some output. Okay, so that is called as the data science. So data science may be consisting of some statistical modeling or statistical computing or data technology or data research, data consulting, real world applications, scientific methods, and visualization. So these are all the things which includes in this data science. So can you understand what is data science?
Yes, ma'am. Understand.
Okay. For example, if you are taking that the analysis of coronavirus, we have to use some tools like or programming or Python. Okay, so many tools are available for doing data analytics. Using that analytical tools and using some algorithms, you can find a solution. Okay, or otherwise you will be getting some output. That output will be used for the next level of analysis, doing analysis. Okay, so that is called as the data science. And here comes the data science project roles and responsibilities. So before getting to this topic, we should know about what are all the data science projects. Some example for data science projects. Okay, so how many of you heard about this credit card fraud system, or sentiment analysis, or speech emotion recognition, or fake news detection, Uber data analysis? So like that, it goes on. Okay, so credit card fraud, even my son was affected by that. Okay, without knowing the usage of credit card, he applied, but he didn't buy anything. Okay, even though he has to pay about 6,000 rupees. So that much of fraud is happening in the credit card system. One is having our own emotions. Okay, happy or sad or angry. So many emotions are that. For example, if we want to predict something, the sentiments, okay, what the sentiment we are sharing, that data will be taken as an account, and they will be doing analysis. For example, when we are talking each other, we will just smile and we will scold a friend. Okay, so both things are happening. While you are scolding your friend, you should not smile or laugh, but we will be doing both. Okay, how can we take it as an account? Okay, whether it is a positive comment or negative comments. Actually, smiling or laughing is the positive thing, but scolding is negative things. Both the things we are expressing. Like that, in sentiment analysis also, we will be chatting with some smileys, or even texting or audio or video, anything we will be sharing. So we have to take that positive and negative or neutral comments, taking it to an account, and we have to do analysis. From that we can get some inference. Okay, so that inference will be used for future purpose. So this is the example for data science projects. Okay, so in data science projects, we will be having some people. Okay, so that people are called as project sponsor or client, data scientist, data architect, operations, etc. Okay, so these are all the persons who is going to do some activities, and I have here mentioned that what is their role and responsibilities. Okay, is there any doubt in the previous slide?
No, ma'am.
Okay, now I'm going to ask a question. So anyone can answer my question. You will be getting reward. Okay, what do you mean by sentiment analysis? That types, yes.
Ma'am, to split the comment positive, negative, and neutral comment.
Who is that?
Sahai Merlin.
Sahaya Merlin. Okay, you will be getting reward. Okay, project sponsor. Already in the previous slide, I told about that. If you are doing some data science projects, you have to role play. Okay, so role play by the project sponsor or client or data scientist or data architect and operations. So one by one, we are going to see in detail project sponsor. So who is called as project sponsor? The project sponsor is the person who wants the data science result. Generally, they represent the business interest. Okay, so the people who is having some business interest. For example, during this that is lockdown period, that was a big analysis done by the transport corporations. Okay, that means the people were doing some research and they told that there will be a definitely increase in sale of two-wheeler and four-wheeler because in this pandemic situation, all the people not willing to travel in that is a common public bus services. Okay, so at that time what they will do, they will prefer to go with two-wheeler or car. Okay, so that type of thing. Okay, that means there is a huge that is possibility of selling two-wheeler and four-wheeler. So that type of things will be analyzed by the sponsors. So what is their responsibilities? So first they will be deciding whether the project in a success or failure. Okay, so they will be finding and they can represent the business needs. Okay, what type of business and what are all the needs to do that business, that they will be giving suggestions to them. That is the persons who are willing to do some business. Then centralize the organizing goal of data science project and express the goals of quantitative statements. Okay, so that means if Tata car is there, means the Tata car that is sponsor will say that this month you will be having some 5 lakhs crores or 10 lakhs crores will be a profit one. Okay, they will be giving some statements, quantitative statements. Okay, next one is client. Okay, so who is called as the client? The client is the role that represents the model's end user's interest. End user, who is called as end user? The beneficiaries. Okay, for example, if I want to buy a car, means I'm the end user. Okay, the client is the role that represents the models of end users interest. Okay, he will be working for the end users. What are all the responsibilities of client? They are the interface between the technical people as well as the model who is going to deploy. Okay, so the person who will be that is the interface between the technical as well as the model who is going to be deployed, or otherwise the person who is that is intermediator between the end user and the product development side. Okay, so that is called as the client. They are familiar with the relevant business process and serve as the domain expert on the team. Usually these clients will be the having with the rich knowledge about the domain expertise. Okay, so that they will be used for their business development, and they have regular meeting with them to keep their effort aligned to the end users. Okay, so they always doing some market analysis that this time this people are willing to buy two-wheeler, this time this people are willing to buy laptop, this time this type of people are willing to buy some mobile phones. So like that, they always doing some analysis in the that is end user side. Okay, so accordingly they will be suggesting the company to that is improve their production. Okay, so that is the company. The clients are not doing that is work for only one company. They will be moving around many companies. And pose the question to Vidya Bharati. Who is called as client?
மேம் கிளைண்ட்ங்கிறவங்க வந்து அந்த ப்ராடக்ட்டை வாங்கி யார் யூஸ் பண்றாங்களோ அந்த எண்ட் யூசர்ஸ் தான் வந்து நம்ம கிளைண்ட்னு சொல்லுவோம் மேம்.
So Vidya is also getting reward.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, next one is data scientist. So who is responsible for taking all necessary steps to make the project succeed, including setting the project strategy and keeping the client informed. So for example, if the healthcare system, okay, healthcare system is working day and night to eradicate this coronavirus. Okay, So what they have to do, they have to plan what type of planning they have to do. That means first thing is they have to do analysis about who are all the person who is affected by this virus. Okay, so which area it is spread over, whether the virus is spreading through only that is air, or by touching some people, or something else. Okay, so they have to identify, or they have to think of what all the steps they have to follow, to whom they have to approach, how they are going to collect the data, whether we are going to approach the doctors. Scientist has to design the project steps, pick the data sources. Okay, data sources in the sense, as I told you earlier, the data can be taken in any type of media. Okay, it not only the social media, it can be taken from any type of resources. Okay, even that is a Google form can be used to collect the information. Okay, so they have to find the way or media to collect the data, and which type of tools they can use for predicting that data. Oh, so that things will be done by the data scientist. And they are also responsible for project planning. Okay, so project planning means they have to plan for if the project is planning for 1 month or 2 month or 3 month, so that within that time they have to complete the project. So that means they have to track the data for first month how much the progress is there, second month how much the progress is there, like that they have to do some tracking. And finally they have to, is there any that is corrective measures they have to take from the client side or the this organization side. They will be the mediator between these two things, and they will be completing the project. At a more technical level, the data scientist also looks at the data, performs statistical tests and procedures, applies machine learning models, and evaluate results. That means once the data has been collected, they have to think about what type of tool they have to use to make an analysis. And finally, they have to think about what all the statistical steps or procedures they have to apply, or even if they need the machine learning models, they can also use it. So these many things will be done by the data scientist. Okay.